Hey everybody. Okay, this is my new 4K setup. I'm just testing it out, and I also want to talk to you about this very obvious indicator that I have not been able to pay attention to for some weird reason. So what I do is I have a lot of people who are big influencers who I work with, and I usually have access to information pretty much way before everybody else because there's just so many people who are very important in crypto who I speak to nonstop, and you would imagine that having access to these people, you would see things very obviously, very transparently, being able to catch signs of changes in the market very fast. But sometimes too much information can be a bad thing. And first of all, before I get into the details of why I think we are about to be very bullish in crypto and Bitcoin in general, is I want to ask you guys to comment below how you like my current setup. So I'm just wearing my normal clothes. I'm not trying to look fancy or anything. I'm here in my studio right now, and I'm testing out this 4K live streaming. It's a lot for the computer, but I think my studio can handle it. I think I'm finally ready for it. So I definitely want to hear your comments about the audio, about the video, about the clarity, if there's any buffering, any cutting, anything you like or don't like about this video and audio setup. I want to hear your biggest criticism because I want to improve my YouTube presence. I don't want to make videos often. It's not an easy thing to do, but I want to challenge myself. So I was talking to a close friend, not gonna mention his name, and he told me about these guys who were doing an orchestrated hit piece on another YouTuber. So it's kind of like crypto YouTuber drama, and I was very curious to learn more about it. So it seems like all these crypto YouTubers are kind of cuddling together and forming these very very cute alliances, guilds, however you want to call them, and I'm explicitly not gonna mention any names because I don't want to piss anyone off. I work with YouTubers quite often. I help them with marketing and help them with content. So I don't want to get on anybody's bad side. I don't want to step on anybody's toes because we were all noobs at one point. I was a noob 2 years ago. So I don't judge these people who may not have access to the best information, but my friend was, being very sad. He's quite a big YouTuber. He was sad because he wasn't growing. His audience is not that big, and we were talking why he's not growing. And it turns out that the stuff me and him talk about is not that noob friendly. I mean, I'm sorry, but the stuff we talk about is quite quite advanced. We've been here for quite some time. That we don't really see things the same way as these newcomers see, and it's quite hard for newcomers to relate to us because the way we talk about the slang we use, the way we think is just I feel like there's old men in this industry, and it's a truth. Things change so fast here that it's you start feeling old really quickly. And funny enough, I actually saw like one gray hair on my hair just recently, so I'm definitely getting old, even though I'm younger than most people think. So yeah, so a couple of these YouTubers which are new, and the stuff they talk about is super noobish, but they are growing like crazy. And just recently, they organized, a few of them did, a very very negative video on one YouTuber who was trying to expose them. But I think if you guys watch enough YouTube drama, you might be able to figure out who I'm talking about here. And I'm not really hiding anything, but it's like I don't want to mention any names, right? So a bunch of these YouTubers are together, and they're making they're just being overly bad about a YouTuber, trying to destroy his reputation, and it's something that it's not a nice move. It's a very dick move, to be honest. And I don't see any big YouTubers doing it. It's those less than 100,000 YouTubers, less than 100,000 subscriber YouTubers who are trying to make a name for themselves and are just making fun of people or trying to get ahead, and they're stepping a lot of people's toes. And the biggest reason I see crypto going up right now is because all these newcomers are just flocking, and the only way we can see that, and the most realistic way we can see that, is by watching all these not so expert noobish channels growing really, really fast. So my friend was super concerned that like all these quote unquote idiots are just growing like motherfuckers, and you know, him and I are just stagnating. Like, people are not watching us. It's just a bunch of people, you know, who watched us earlier are just, you know, are still here and still watch our content, but all the new guys just don't relate to us because the way we talk about things is unrelatable to people who haven't been here in a long time. So what happens is there's no way someone who's new to crypto is ever gonna come watch me, because the stuff I talk about is not noob friendly, and the stuff my friend talks about is definitely not noob friendly. He's very smart. He covers lots of like, you know, lots of like investment analysis and looks things really, really deeply, just similar the way I look at investments as well. So and we came to a conclusion that it's just not possible for people to catch up to our level of, you know, conversations and topics that easily. So if something is growing, these new people will definitely not come watch our shit. It's people, you know, who feel like, you know, they got stuff handled and want to learn more advanced stuff. That's when they, you know, come across our channels. But all these new guys, the first thing they want to do is, you know, try to watch guys that, you know, help them understand the basic stuff, you know, use words that, you know, relate to them, hype things up, you know, make things seem super fun. They're super enthusiastic. They haven't got burned yet in this market, so, you know, they got all these, you know, all these confidence into everything they speak about, but it's really, really false confidence. So at the end of the day, if you look at the charts, you know, things are just going crazy right now, and the reason it's going crazy is because all these new people are coming, and the only way you can actually check this in real time is just watch all these idiot YouTube channels grow like crazy. Because if your YouTube channel is growing at extreme rate, you're probably doing something wrong because you're attracting all the noobs in the space. I mean, no offense, but let's be real here. I mean, noobs will not relate to my channel. That's for sure. And I'm not trying to, like, you know, piss anybody off, but that's the reality. Like, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. That's how things are, and it's great. I'm actually kind of happy. I mean, these guys have to learn from their own experience. Unfortunately, they have to get burned. That's the best way to learn. And what other place to get burned than to listen to what a YouTuber tells you to do and put your money where a YouTuber says you should. So that's my whole, you know, point of this story, is that yes, I'm happy for all the new people coming to the space, but yes, I also feel sad that, you know, they have to go through this learning experience and, you know, watch the beginner YouTubers and take their advice and, you know, maybe get burned once or twice, but that, you know, that's the only way you're actually gonna remember this stuff and get some experience. You know, you gotta you know, put some skin in the game. And at the end of the day, I welcome all these new people. I hope, you know, they learn fast, because if they don't, they will lose a lot of money. But hey, it's this space is very dangerous, and if you want to be here, you gotta be prepared to lose some money. That's just the reality, right? But at the end of the day, the best thing I can say right now is that congratulations, everybody. We are officially in a bull market. So that's the best news I've seen in a long time, and I feel like, yes, you know, I might be a bit late. You know, we already went up like 2x in Bitcoin price, but I think this is a good indicator that the price will keep going up. Now, if you guys remember my previous video, you know, it was right around this line of, you see this first peak right here. That was when it first hit over 8,000. I was saying that it will not go up in the short term, and yeah, you know, I was pretty much correct. So I feel quite confident in saying that even though short-term price might keep correcting, like I said here, it definitely went down. It was a good time to sell, but I think overall, if you look at the weekly charts, if you look at the monthly charts, if you just step back and look at the entire forest, we are definitely going up. Like I'm very confident to say there's a 70% chance at the end of the year we'll be way higher than we are right now, and this is just looking at the entire picture. It's looking at all these people who are flocking into the space, and that's the only way you can make a good theory, a good hypothesis, is by trying to take in all the factors. And unless there's like a black swan event, which might happen in the stock market this summer, could be very dangerous. I think overall we could not be in a better place. And I gotta say, you guys survived it. You guys have officially survived the bear winter, and it's time to actually start taking some risks, and time to start looking and start researching, because it is 2017 all over again. So congratulations, you guys made it. Most of you guys that watch me have been here, for at least over a year. You guys experienced the tough times of 2018, and now it's time to actually appreciate where you are and to put in some work. Things are happening. So I'll see you in the next video. And if you're new here, well, you're at the right place. You could not be at a better place than this channel, because I'm not gonna talk about the fake, the fun, all the hyped up, sugar coated fake stuff. It's time to get real. It's time to put some money on the table and start making some money. All right. See you guys later.